Almost every airline, major and regional airlines, are hiring right now, and they're hiring big time. So if you ever want to be a flight attendant, now is the time. Being a former recruiter for major airlines, I'll give you the tips to get past that video interview, and more important, that face-to-face, some do's and don'ts. Stay tuned. In this video, I'll be talking more about the major airlines. Being a former recruiter for a major airline, I have the ins, the outs, the do's, the don'ts. And I think I'll talk about more why people don't pass the video and the face-to-face rather than talking about how to pass the face-to-face. I think everyone knows to go to glassdoor.com. Everybody knows how to dress and how to speak and what the airlines are looking for. But I think you need more of the inside scoop on why people are not passing the video. I've seen a lot, and I think I can give you some pointers that get you past that extra little you need to get past that recruiter. This is especially a video for people who've tried 6, 7, 8, 9 times and like, what am I doing wrong? This is the video you want to watch, so definitely stay tuned. So the first subject will be the video interview. Some of the do's and don'ts about when you're applying online. A video interview is where you're going to be online. It may or may not be a person talking to you, depending on the airlines. And they'll be asking you about 6, 7 questions. They just want to get to know you and see if it's worth passing you on to their face-to-face, because they have to fly you out and they want to make sure if they're going to spend some money on you. They want to know, you don't have a tattoo right here, a missing tooth right here, things that they can see before you actually get to the first thing I really see is nerves. You're caught up in your nerves so much that you can't even really focus on what you need to say, what you need to do, and what you need to concentrate on. So I always recommend when you get ready to do the video interview, make sure they give you about 7 days before before the interview invitation expires. Take those 7 days to do your background, your practicing. And what I mean by practicing, you want to do like a mock interview on video. You want to get another person, a friend or a girlfriend, and have them go over the questions with you. And somebody that you can trust that will critique what you're saying and how you look. And you want to practice as if you're actually having the interview. That means being dressed. That means wearing the right makeup, lipstick, so you can get an idea of how you look on camera. The recruiter is just as nervous as you are, so nerves is going to be natural. I mean, everybody gets nervous, but you just have to manage your nerves and get through it, and you would be fine just by answering the questions. A lot of times people are not answering the questions. They hear the questions, but they're so robotic on what they've already read online and what they're going to say, opposed to being genuine and honest. We can see right through you when you're not being genuine and honest. We know you're on Glassdoor and online and on YouTube doing your homework. I want to see you, your personality. That's what stands out. It's not about the lighting. It's not about if I should wear a white shirt or a pink shirt. It's not about how you look. It's how you connect with that recruiter. How do you answer the question? Are you listening to the recruiter? Because they do have other questions that they change up that they know that you actually know the answers in the questions. So they do their best on trying to feel you as well and see what questions they can ask. They might have a series of 5 questions they can choose from. And if you're in that robotic mode that if she says this, I'm going to say that, you're not being yourself. And it's really important to be yourself. I can't stress enough to smile as big as you can the whole time. Even when you're answering the question, you want to be smiling. The reason why I want to be a flight attendant is, you see that personality shines out? You want that the whole entire time. You want to light up that whole camera, and smiling will get you a long way. If you're making a mistake, keep going. If you feel like you're dragging on the questions, let the recruiter know. I think I'm dragging on, but it's really more you want to know about that question. Always ask the recruiter a question to see, am I answering the question that you're asking? That shows that you're very attentive and that you're listening to the recruiter. A little tip when you're answering the question: if the recruiter is writing less and asking you more questions regarding the same questions, you're not getting that star. And if you don't know what the star is, you can check out one of my videos about the star questions, or look on Google or Glassdoor. That's really important to know what the star system is. Most airlines use that because it shows the behavioral of a person. We know you have customer service, we know you have airline experience, we see your resume, but we want to know how you behave when you're in a situation. You could be 30,000 feet in the air, and you're your own management, you're your own responsibility. You have to problem solve maybe by yourself if you're with the regional airlines or with your other crew members. So it's really important to know how a flight attendant reacts. And speaking of the STAR system, it's a situation, tasks, action, and results. A lot of people know what the STAR is, but don't know how to respond to the STAR. The recruiter is looking to complete a STAR with each question. Each question that you complete with a STAR helps you out on the next question. You're kind of building up to the next question. They have a series of questions that they're going to ask that pertain to their philosophy or their mission that they're looking for. So you want to make sure you complete STARs. And if you feel the need, you can always write down the STAR. You can write like a little box of 4 boxes, the S, the T, the A, the R, and as you talk, you can actually say, my situation was, and the task was, and the action I took, and the results. And if you can get anything out of that STAR, we really want the results. We don't care what the answer is. We know that you guys know the answer and you know the question. We just want to know, can you complete that STAR so that I can get a full view of how you behave. A lot of people get stuck in the STAR, what I call the weeds or in the woods. We ask you a question like, describe a situation that you had with a coworker that didn't go well, and you're more general opposed to a specific flight attendant or individual. You don't want to say a name, but you might want to say there was a coworker who was coming to work late every single day, and it was causing us to open the store late. So the next time she came in, I pulled her to a side. So that's the situation. You had a coworker who comes to work late every single day. That was the situation and action, that was the task. So you pulled her to the side. That was your action, to talk to her after work. And you explain why this is causing trouble, because we're opening up the store late, we're losing customers. Then the most important is, what was the results of your actions? Remember, your action was you pulled to the side and you talked to her. The situation was that you had a customer who was coming to work late every day. What was the results? After you talked to her, did you get any results from that? Did the next day she come in on time? Did she say, screw you? You know, what was the results? And be honest with your questions. If you can stick to that STAR, any question that we throw at you, you can actually answer those questions. Just say it in your head, write it down, but make sure you get the complete STAR before you go on to the next question. And always ask, did I answer your question or did I understand your question? Sometimes people don't understand the question that we're asking, and it's okay to ask, I don't understand the question, could you explain that in a different way? Or you can even ask for another question and you're not quite sure what you're asking, but just keep that recruiter informed. What's very important too is to get to know your recruiter. Get to know their name and use their name throughout the interview. Get to know their personality. I always like to hear a compliment here and there. You know, if you see a recruiter who has pearls, oh my God, those are nice pearls. Where'd you get those pearls? Especially before you start the interview. You want to get a rapport with that recruiter so they can feel more comfortable with you and you can feel more comfortable with them. Because again, they're just as nervous as you are. You know, they're interviewing people all day and they never know who's gonna come through that door. And again, another trick is paying attention to that recruiter. If they are listening more than they are writing, or they're giving you a lot more contact than writing things down because they need to write everything you say, that means you're not giving them the STAR. If they're reiterating what you're asking, that means you're not understanding the question. And when you start seeing that, if you see that recruiter doing less writing, you know, maybe stop, pause, regroup, and less is always better. The less you say, the less I have to write. And I think that helps a lot when you just, you know, get in, get your STAR, and get out. And if you feel you answer the question wrongly or you want a second chance on the question, when it comes to the point where the recruiter asks, do you have any questions or anything I can help you with? You can say, yes, question number 2 is there any way I can redo that? Or is there any way I can add more to that question? Or I felt that I didn't give you a great answer and I would like to give you another answer. And 9 or 10 times that recruiter would be like, wow, that's something different. You know, it shows your personality that, hey, we're all human and we all make mistakes. Speaking of questions, when it gets to the questions part, ask questions. Definitely ask questions. Ask questions that you really want to know. You know, if you want to know about the pay, if you want to know about the start dates, if you want to know more about the job, ask those questions because you want to be sure that you actually want this job. This job is not for everybody. It's one of the highest level of customer service. And some people get in this business that shouldn't be in this business. And it just helps you, the airlines, and everyone else involved. So make sure that, you know, you just ask a couple of questions. Be like that. And you'll probably notice I keep giving you that cheesy smile throughout my video because I want to remind you to always keep smiling. Even when you're answering the questions, you always want to keep smiling. You might want to do the Miss America trick and put some Vaseline on your teeth to make sure that you are, you know, getting those pearly white teeth out there. I mean, smiling is everything in the airline business and it can only help you. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just giving you a couple of pointers. You can always go to my YouTube channel, Skyboy SFO, and subscribe down below. Hit the alert button to know when I am doing my next video. I'll probably do another video getting more in depth into the video interview process, and I'll definitely be making a video about the face-to-face. I hope this helps. If you do have any questions or you want to talk to me privately, you can always go to my Instagram account at SkyboySFO, leave a message, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Good luck. Oh, one last thing too. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can do this. I don't know how much homework have you done already, but if you look at one of the major airlines in 2017, is this 2000? Yeah, 2017, as a flight attendant, you lose the year, day, and month. But last year, one of the major airlines had over 100,000 applicants apply. Only 30,000 were video interviewed, and out of that 30,000, only 3,000 were invited to the face-to-face, and the airlines hired less than 1,000. So it may not be you, it might be the process. It might be because you're great, you did everything right, you did all the research, the homework, you nailed the video, you nailed the face-to-face, and you still didn't get that CGO. CGO meaning conditional job offer once you pass the face-to-face and video. But it might be there was just somebody maybe a little bit better because they had 3 foreign language, or they had a master's degree, or they had a nursing degree, or they had a previous airline experience. Don't take it personal, just keep fighting. For me, it took 3 tries. Some people take 6, 7, but you will get it. You just gotta keep fighting and keep believing in yourself. And believe in yourself from the moment you step on the campus of one of those major airlines and interact and get questions from other flight attendants because you guys are all on the same journey. But you can do this. You know, just if I can do it, you can do it. So again, good luck. My life as an amazing flight attendant. Again, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button if you like the video and the alert button to know when my next video is. The more you like, the more videos I do. Thanks.
Girls on me, on the dance floor, all eyes on me. Who is he? Man, you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night be. All eyes on me.
All eyes on the prize, money supersized. G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami kamikaze on the